Hello, farmers, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. I have arrived. I'm in town. We are on the map. Fresh Ducks. It's a German map. It is on the Mod Hub. It is for PC only, though, because it is a 4 times map. So the map is rather big. Some of the fields on the map may not look as big as you may expect. But when we start driving by here, the fields are actually rather big. But this is what the map looks like when you log in. A lot of fields that you can see, a lot to get around to, and we will see as we move along. But yeah, we are just here in town. I started this save file today. I logged in, saved it quick, exited out. Did the XML files so I could have $2 million in the bank account and also a $2 million loan. I have not checked the store page. I have not checked the fields. I have not checked basically anything on the map. So when I check the sales page, it'll come just as shocked as to me as to you. I have not checked the fields. I have a rough idea where I want to start, but we're going to check on the fields, see which ones we should start with. 2 million may sound like a lot of money, but as we all know, as we get started here, yeah, that 2 million is going to get spent pretty quickly. Apparently we spawn in. We don't have nothing to spawn in over here by David, which is kind of concerning. But we are over here at the store. Good place to start because we need to buy stuff and get started. But this is Fresh Stocks. Like I said, this map has been on the Mod Hub for about a week or so. Like I said, it's a 4 times map. It is on the Mod Hub, but it's available for PC and Mac only. Because, yeah, 4 times size map. So the fields are pretty big. And I think that's where we're going to have to make our money by doing contracts to begin with. Because like I said, that $2 million, man, in real life, that would sound nice in your bank account, wouldn't it? But we're going to be spending it here pretty quickly. So, yeah, this is the map. And I did, when I was checking maps last week, this right here, this is where the starting farm would be. And I think I'm still going to start there. There's nothing there currently, of course, because we started on hard economy and start from scratch. The reason why I want to pick here, because being a big map, I kind of want to be centralized. And this, well, let's go ahead and just visit this place right here. This is where the starting farm would be. And you can see it's relatively flat. Maybe a little bit of a dip here and there, but it's relatively flat. So, good place to build on. This will be where the farmyard is. And yeah, this will start. Plus, also, it's not too far from the fuel station. And yeah, there's sell points like I want to say right across from the farmyard, but the sell points there. But you can see not a whole lot of sell points here. As for production buildings, there are none on the map whatsoever. Maybe I should look at contracts. Well, currently we got 2 contracts, but hopefully those will fill in as the day goes on. Actually, let me go ahead and put the time speed to about, we'll go ×2 so contracts can start loading in. Like I said, the game's only been running for about 15 minutes. Probably the last 10 minutes of it is just waiting for the stream to start. So, welcome to Fresh Stocks. That is where we're at in Germany, apparently. Am I going to just buy equipment that you would only find in Germany? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it gets along here. But yeah, now we need to start our venture on getting ourselves a pig farm up and going. I mean, we're not going to probably have pigs today, but we got to get started on the process. Yes, we got some contracts coming in. You can see some of the contracts are starting to pay pretty well. Let's go ahead and let's start off with farmland. So if I'm going to be starting here, this is going to be our farmyard. I'm not going to buy the farmyard yet. But I think we do need to at least buy a field and get to work on what will be around here. So let's have a look to see what the land has to offer. Not hot spots. Soil composition. So let's see. We got these fields around. Wait, well, first of all, what's ready for harvest? All right, these 3 are ready for harvest. Oh yeah, it's also going to show the grass everywhere ready for harvest. That can be kind of getting in the way. What's in field? What's in the fields? Okay, that's a veggie field. I don't want a veggie field to start with. We got wheat, and oats. That is oats? Yes, that is oats. Wheat, and oats. Okay. And all 3 are ready for harvest. Let's see. These fields need to be plowed. This one has weeds in it. All right, let's get rid of the weeds. This one's double fertilized. Let's get rid of the plowing. You know, instead of doing it this way, you know what might be easier if I just go ahead and let's visit the field. Okay, so yield potential in this field is 83%, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's only at 22%. Ugh. Don't think we want that one right away. That's only at 22%. That does say 83%. I think that's a good field to start with. I think that is going to be a very good field to start with. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves... You know, we got to buy something to begin with. Farm lot 40. Let's go ahead and buy that. It is $464,959 for a field. So already we're down to 1.5 million. It's going to go quick. All right, let's go to the store. What is in here? Well, that is a very good purchase right there that we could do. Also, we got the Coon. Oh, we actually got some pretty good stuff in the sale page. We actually got a planter and a seed drill. Both of them are direct drill. But boy, a 6-meter wide drill on this map would be a killer. But let's not buy anything of that yet because I don't know if I'll get the planting today or not. So let's go ahead into the store. Tractors. Medium tractors. And I think on this map here, we're going to start with a Fendt 700. Kind of went through this the other night of how I want to spend money to begin with. We're going to put the biggest engine in here. So that's going to get us up to 303 horsepower. BKT tires with wide tires and weights. I tell you what, I don't like the looks of the Black Beauty Fendt. I don't know about the rest of you, but the Black Beauty Fendt does not really fit my style. So we're going to keep it the Fendt green, and the rim color will keep all the same. That's $289,000. Let's go ahead and buy that. All right, so another thing we're going to need, I bought a field that's ready for harvest. I probably should get the harvester. And we're going to get ourselves the Lexion 6900. $400,500. That's what it's going to cost us. Can I get BKTs on this? I can. Wide tires only. And that's $408,500. Yeah, that $2 million, it's going quick. I'm down to $800,000. So we need a grain header, and of course, big fields. We're going to get the Macdon because we can change transport wheels. Yes, we want transport wheels. EU design. We can change the color to match the cloths, so we'll select that. That's $147,500. We're going to buy that. What am I down to? $700,000. We're going to need a grain trailer. So let's go get ourselves a trailer. This trailer was recommended to us in Riverbend, but I never got around to getting it. The thing about this trailer, it can start off at $45,000. It does hold a lot of different crop types, and I can upgrade it to a 71,000 liter capacity. But we're just going to get the standard trailer for now. That'll hold a lot of grain. So that's a good start, I think. That does leave me $539,540. I'm going to leave that there just for a moment. Because I already spent almost $1.5 million in the first couple minutes here of the stream. What money-making factories on this map? There are no factories on the map to start with. So if you download the map, available factories, there are none. You have to buy them and place them all yourself. Hello, Tiny. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We're getting at it pretty quick here. Kind of. But this is going to be our farmyard here. I would like to be able to buy the farmyard today, but we'll have to see how we get on. Contracts is going to be the name of the game, I think. Well, let's go ahead down to town. And we'll grab our equipment. And we'll actually grab the harvester. And we'll get started on the harvest here. Actually, I'm going to need to grab the Fendt. And move the trailer. I hate when my wheel resets. So I'm going to have to reset the wheel in game. Cold there in Oregon today, but otherwise doing great. Well, it is winter. I mean, I don't know what your average temperatures are there and how cold it is there today. It's actually considerably warm where I am today. I mean, it's right at freezing, but it's not too bad. Well, that trailer looks pretty darn huge compared to the tractor. Hello, kitty. Good Wednesday to you. I think the Lexion can hold about 13,000 liters of grain, so just a little bit less than what the John Deere was capable of doing. I'm glad that can hitch up to that. Although it's not acting... Yeah, this is not looking good. I think I'll drop that off. That drop bar on the header is not really that long. Alright, so I'm hoping... Is it this way? Oh boy. New maps is going to take me a second to get used to. Oh, an ice cream truck. So I'll leave the mini-map up for a little while in the bottom left-hand corner because... I mean, we all got to find our way around here in Freistadt. It's going to be interesting, and I got to be careful when I say the name of the map. Most of the time, I'm probably just going to say, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. But Freistadt is the name of the map. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that kind of correctly. So as we go through here, you'll be able to see some of the sizes of the fields that we're going past. So with no production buildings here like we did on Riverbend Springs, I mean the production's brought us in money pretty good early on. So no productions per se to start with here. So it's going to be the other tractor we buy. That's going to be like probably on contract duty for a bit. Fertilizing fields, taking care of weeding projects, the good paying jobs, as we say. And probably, like I said, no pigs in year number 1. We'll try to get to that in year number 2. So as I said, I did look at about 12 to 15 maps after the vote last week said it was pretty much time to leave Riverbend. And a lot of the maps were, I mean, they were pretty much all the same. I mean, they're not the same, as you know what I'm trying to say, but they felt all the same in a sense of there were, you know, not much to look at. There wasn't much to them. Relatively flat. This map is also relatively flat, but at least the trees kind of divided up a little bit more. And also, like the starting farm where it is, it gave us a better option for building around. So I did like that fact. Now, the bigger fields could get to a situation where it just takes us longer to get jobs done. But also doing contracts, they should pay well. So here we are now at our field, which is right in front of us. So it was a decent drive from the store to get here, but we are here. Oh wait, this is not the field, sorry. That's the field I thought I was going to buy when I logged in. Wrong field. We got to go around the corner. Wrong wheat field. Probably should have my beacons on as well. How long do soybeans to grow? You can always look at the calendar, and the calendar will show you how long things take to grow. So we got our combine here working in our wheat field, which is actually right here. So probably the best place to enter would be right here. Probably when I harvest this, I will put it into a straw swath. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get ourselves a baler to get the straw, but we shall see. All right, so can I actually get a worker to drive the Fendt and the trailer over? Been a while since I hired a worker to drive over, but we're on a new map, so we'll give it a try. Taking a while to save the content. Let's see. Set destination. I need you to come over there. That's... Well, we'll see how far they get. We'll see how far they get. They're off. Alright, so now we got to get the header over to our field. And, yeah, looks like that kind of tipped over a little bit. So, yeah, we do need another tractor. But these two things right here in the sale do interest me quite a bit. I don't want to buy any tractors from the used section just because of how fast they'll wear down and how much I have to repair them. Oh, that does remind me. There was a mod that came out yesterday. Let's go to settings. So there was a mod. It's called maintenance cost and painting cost. So what I would like to do, maintenance interval, I'm actually going to drop this to 50%. So the way I think it's going to work is, base game, when the tractor gets around 40 hours, it breaks down quite a bit. If I put this at 50, I think that's going to mean we can bring a tractor up to like 80 hours before it really starts to wear down. I'm not sure if I want to touch the maintenance cost on that. Maybe I'll put that to a poll later on if we should reduce the maintenance cost as well a little bit. Paint cost, I could care less. We'll leave that off. Everything else here is turned off. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Everything is turned on like it was on Riverbend, but I did turn off field stones. Just don't want to deal with field stones. But everything else, the settings are all the same. So that is where we are on that. Yeah, so I needed a second tractor. So let's go to medium tractors. And I think what we're going to get is, I think it's the 7S I was looking at, right? If I do this, 210 horsepower. Yep. That's what we're going to get. BKT tires. You know me, I got to have wide tires and weights. Interior. Who cares about the interior? We're going to do just efficient, not exclusive. And yeah, that'll be $177,500. Let's go ahead and buy that. There we go. So that $2 million we started with, we're down to $361,000, which is not bad. And I don't want to spend money on that yet, or buy anything else yet, because I want to see what kind of jobs come up. I mean, obviously getting ourselves a hoe is probably going to help us out. There we go. Let's get this header over to the combine. So buying implements to be able to do contracts is going to be key. So I think I saw a couple of people talking before the stream started about how we're going to feed the pigs. Well, there are a couple of mods on the Mod Hub to make pig food, and I will be using one of them, but probably not to start because in order to make the pig food, I'm going to need a root crop, and we're not anywhere near ready for root crops. So kind of the goal for first day is we got the starter equipment that I've already planned to get. So now it's time to, well, we'll harvest that wheat field. And then we'll sell the grain straight up, so I have nowhere to store it. And then we'll start looking for jobs for the Massey Ferguson to possibly do. To start bringing this in some cash. We're hoping as the time gets on through the first month, those contracts will start showing up. I do like we got different AI traffic here. I don't know if we'll have buses or not, but there's an ice cream truck. Hello, Store Fern. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. The reason why I didn't put the header in the back of the combine, because the drawbar on the header is not long enough, and the header was rubbing on the back of the combine. It wouldn't take the corners, probably. I assume by the time today is done, I'll get used to driving from the store down to our field. Hello, Ronnie. Thanks for becoming a channel member. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you to join. And good morning to you as well. Welcome to the Unsalted Club. You have access to 3 more chat emotes and also early access to videos that I post, which could be later on tonight, because I'll probably be recording the American Truck Simulator video for Sunday and getting that up and going. Well, it looks like our Fendt made it down here with the trailer, so that's a good start. Let's see here. I can probably wiggle my way through the trees and get the header in front of the combine. There we go. Unfold. So buying everything new and also reducing the wear on the vehicles with the mod, hopefully our equipment will last just a little bit longer than what we did on Riverbend. Hopefully we keep this stuff for quite a while. Now let's activate straw swath. Do I want to hire a worker to get started on this? Let me see what's coming up for contracts. Oh yes, contracts are coming up, which is good. We got fertilizing contracts, harvesting contracts are going to start popping up. Mowing, I want to try to eliminate how much grass work I do here. There is spraying contracts, which are probably not bad to get into, but all right, let me go ahead and we'll get started. Well, at least we'll get a worker started on harvesting our wheat field. Are you putting that in the straw swath? You are. All right, let's get our Fendt down here. Yeah, and like I said, this should hold 47,000 liters, and we can upgrade it in the future up to 71,000. Plus, it's a low trailer, so it should get under a lot of the machinery that we need. Just waiting to see what my worker's going to do here. Are you going to go around the field counterclockwise, which kind of sucks because the auger would be on the wrong side? Well, at least they got started anyways. Let's see if I put this over here. Alright, that'll be good. I don't know how much wheat is going to sell for today. Probably not the greatest because, you know, it's right in the middle of harvest season. Let's see. The low price is $2.73. The high price is $4.08. And, yeah, we're at the low end of things. Surprise, surprise. How far are we away from most of these places? Well, a couple of these are over a mile, almost a mile and a half away from us. But this one is not too far around the corner. Diamondback, welcome to the Unsalted Club as well. Very much appreciated. Very generous of you of joining. And yes, this map is the Fresh Stocks map. 4x map, available on PC only, PC and Mac. Yeah, so you can see the fields. Actually, let me go ahead and get out, and let me go ahead and activate flight mode. And we'll get up into the sky here. So you can see this wheat field that we just purchased today. Starting off, it was like just under $500,000 for this field here. But as we fly up, you can see this field here was $500,000. So you can kind of gauge on what the other fields are going to charge. I mean, look at the size of that field. That field is flipping huge. There are collectibles on the map. I don't know what the collectibles are. There might be just the globes from the Houghton Pentime map. I'm not too sure what the collectibles are. I think I went in and checked by looking at the stats page. But it does say collectible 025 is what we have. So we shall see. So again, this will be our farmyard right here. Relatively flat to build on. Not sure where the pig farm's going to go. We'll have to figure that out. There are, if you are curious about starting on the map yourself, there are other locations. That's a good starting farm area. There's one here. If I go to the map here, so that would be this field up here. I think there's a lot here. And there's a couple lots up here. And I think there's even one. I think it's this one down here. The good number of trees up here if you would like as well to get into forestry. We did quite a bit of amount of forestry, kind of, on Riverbend. So, yeah, probably not going to be able to get to it here. Jerry, apparently, is our worker's name. And they're already starting to get to a full combine. Let's go ahead and fall out of the sky. It's going to take me a moment to say, let's get to the Fendt tractor and let's get to the Massey Ferguson tractor. I mean, I suppose I could buy the farmyard now. I think I got enough money to do that, but then that leaves me no money to buy implements to get to be able to do contracts. Of course, I could just do the contracts by borrowing the equipment. Are you building a house? Well, we'll have a house, but we're not doing a constructible house, I don't think. Because I'm not going to buy a cement production, and I'm not going to buy a sawmill to make all the material, and I don't want to buy it from the warehouse because that would just be way too expensive. So in the future on this map, we'll have the CR11 New Holland Combine. Obviously, this series here definitely did not want to start off with the lovely little Massey Ferguson Combine that we started on Riverbend Springs. Can you imagine trying to harvest this field that only holds 8,000 liters and a 6-meter wide header? how long that would take. Am I buying the MacDon again? No, I'm not. To start with, no. Like I said, I don't want to do the same starting process like we did in Riverbend. Yes, I know the MacDon is going to benefit us a lot more, but I just didn't want to do it the same way that we were doing. I want to change it up. I want to keep it interesting in that sense. Nope, nope, you're fine. Just keep on going. There you go. Hello, Caleb. How you doing? Welcome. Hopefully, I think the worker will get around the field. All right, let's see what's going on with contracts. Maybe we should start getting some workers doing that. Ooh, a hoeing contract. That's what we want to see. So I'm gonna need a hoe for our fields eventually anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that contract. Have no idea where field 88 is. Actually, we don't have that many vehicles, so I can just tab on through. All right, let's get back to the store, buy the hoe, and I'm gonna have to figure out where field 88 is. Let's see, our field that we bought is 40. Another thing I'm noticing so far in this map, which I didn't pay much attention to when I was looking at things, not a lot of traffic, there's traffic, but there's not a lot of it. At least not where we're at currently, so I do like that. And I love it when my chat window messes up. There we go. That's better. Why don't I detach the header when I'm unloading the combine? I mean, I could. Not that important. When the pigs are ready, you want crispy bacon, please. I mean, I did have a quick look on third-party websites to see if there was a production building for processing animals, but I did not see one for 25. When I get to the point of starting a new map or playthrough, it will have a theme like equipment brands, all contracts, limited contracts. I mean, that's what, I don't want to say it's what we're doing here, but the focus is going to be on the pigs. Hope I'm going the right way. Whoops. Yeah, should be. So to answer the question right away, before anyone asks, no, we're not going to be trying to buy oil fields. I mean, this map should be twice the size as Riverbend, so... And I will say, we're not going small on the pigs, at least in the long run we won't be, so... I mean, we're just going to buy a pig pen and put a fence down. I don't know how much a pig pen can actually hold, but... No, this is a PC-only map. It's a 4x map. Weeds, get the hoe. Gotta start bringing in the cash. I wonder if I'm going to need a wait for the Massey Ferguson. I mean, the wheels are coming off the ground a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, where's field 88? All right, so we'll take a left, and then our first right, and the field will be down the road that way. Well, the yield is going pretty good in our field, which is nice. Another reason why I kind of chose this map is because it's a brand new map. It's not a converted one over from a Farm Sim 22 or 19 or nothing like that. It's a fresh map. I know some people may have thought it was going to be Frankenmuth because, well, the Franks, of course. The Franks are working here again with us. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get my bearings on this map. Probably same for you guys as well. Wow, this map, this feels huge as well. All right, we're gonna get ourselves some work because I gotta go take care of the combine. The combine's full again. See what the worker decides to do here. So it looks like the worker's going to start somewhere in the middle. All right, so it's up to 1% done, so it's registering that. So that's good. Contract is working. I don't know why I'm teleporting like I usually do from one side of the map to the other. We only got a few vehicles. I could just go ahead and hit the tab button. No, the repairs should be the same as it was, well, a lot less than it was before because I'm using the mod to adjust the repair statuses on vehicles. It should wear half at 50% less. And yeah, there was a patch update today, but I didn't see on the Giants webpage what the patch fixed or what it was for. Starting off with a nice big trailer. Yeah, so there was a mod out for, in case you missed it yesterday, if I go to settings, it's called the maintenance cost and paint cost. And I took the maintenance interval down to 50%. Specifies how much damage the vehicle gets, so 50% less damage. So we'll pretty much have to see, like I said, on Riverbend, 40 hours on a tractor, so hopefully we can put 80 hours on our equipment here. Maintenance costs, right now I'm going to leave that 100%, but we may change that later on. We'll have to see. Hitting that tree over there, don't want to be doing that with our new equipment. Nope, I don't want to jump in the combine, I want to jump into the fence. One thing I'm starting to notice, though, this Fendt, I don't want to, it's not having, it's not like having that much weight behind it. But yeah, it'll get us started here. So we are in August. What I would like to do, because there are some crops we didn't get to, and that's why I don't want to really try to get involved with the MacDon too much. But yeah, I think we might plant canola in this field. So I got to do it either in August or September. There is that direct drill in the sale. So maybe I should get that. That way I can get this field planted right away. It is only a 6 meter wide, but that's not a bad thing to do. That's a cultivator. I did also download today, because we're probably going to be using it in the long run. Where is it? If I go to seed drills, the Seed Hawk. So with that, you know, this big amount of fields, probably a 20 meter wide drill would do good. And that is a direct drill, but that would cost us almost $400,000 for the setup. Which, considering, is not bad. That this is $400,000, and the Novag is $312,000 for a 9 meter wide. So double the size for like $80,000 more. But that's probably what we'll be getting in the future. But this is what's on sale right now, is the Kuhn. Let's see, I got $325,000. How much for a baler? And do I want the same baler? Probably not. Mixing up the balers would be good. I also did download, although I'm not sure I will need it here, and that is the balers with the windrowers on them. I don't think I need that. The Krone is what we used on Riverbend. So maybe using the Fendt. .240s, 10 miles an hour. That's 11 miles an hour. I mean, the Fendt on Fendt action. $175. Let me hold off on that until the contract's done. Or until our job's done. It's not a contract. Alright, so what else is rolling in? Fertilizing contracts, harvesting, another hoeing contract. Spraying contracts are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead. We're going to borrow this equipment here. And we'll use, I haven't used this before. Field 138. Where is field 138? Oh, right down here. Gotcha. But it does not come with any herbicide in it. And I don't know how much I'm going to need. So maybe just buy one of them. You know what? Probably going to have to buy two of them. It's a pretty big field. Herbicide. Yeah, we'll get two of them. Because there's another contract, so maybe I'll do both of the contracts. If I got enough left over. I'm not worried about the wide pickup because I got the mod where the pickup's going to be wider anyways. Alright, so to get there, I need to go past the weed field that we did. don't think I'm going to miss having those school buses around. I'll try to put my beacons on when I'm going down the road. Oh yeah, another implement we definitely will be buying is the Black Sheep modding plow. So when those contracts come up, we can rip through the fields pretty quickly. So yeah, the first couple years I assume we're going to be doing a lot of contracts, getting the money in. But eventually we'll have enough to, at that point, have our own fields and have enough work to do. We will have production buildings. But definitely nothing until we got to get the farmyard up and going. And like I said, we'll get the farmyard bought today. And hopefully get Sam here. Getting Sam on the farm would be nice. And I would need a place to stay. Also. Now let's see, if I go down here. Not the first right-hand turn, but the second right-hand turn. I'd rather be more concerned about ice cream trucks rather than school buses. What would you rather collide with? A school bus that has a lot of screaming kids on it? Or an ice cream truck that has ice cream in it? I prefer the ice cream. Kind of start to get the sense of the size of the map. As I drive just from the store down to this field, which is kind of centralized a little bit. And don't ask me to try to read a lot of these signs around here, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce them that well. I had to Google on really how to pronounce this this name of this map. I think I listened to it like 50 times to try to get it down. Oh, someone put a tree there. Alright, let me just tab through because I'm pretty sure our combine is full, and it is. So the Fendt with its 300 horsepower can pull this, but I'm only 60% full currently. And already I can kind of see the difference with the straw swaths compared to what we had in Riverbend with the MacDon. And getting 25% increase on the yield on the crop and the straw. I can see the straw swaths are not really as big as they were on Riverbend. Now I don't know if it has to do with something with the update yesterday or what, but yeah, they just don't look as prominent as they were before. Oh yeah, the Fendt is yeah, the Fendt is struggling a little bit to maneuver that around. I gotta learn at the beginning here, I can just tab through. I am noticing when it saves a file, it does take a little bit longer on this map. I don't know because it's a 4x map or what. Alright, let's go ahead and actually do some field work ourselves. Yes, I'm not really sure I know what to expect on the pigs. I did pigs in 22 a little bit on a couple of maps. I did it on East Vineland for a little bit, and also did it on American Falls for a bit. But here we will be using a pig food mixer once we get all the crop needed for that. But I'm not going to bother placing it down until we have the material for that. So something else we could get going from the get-go is once we get the farmyard purchased, we're going to start putting down maybe some greenhouses. Oh, yeah, and in case you are interested, there was a greenhouse mod that came out yesterday where you can grow the grapes, the peas, the green beans, and spinach, I do believe. Don't know how fast it produces that stuff, but there's a greenhouse on the Mod Hub that came out yesterday for that. On the Frankenmuth map, the GPS AI doesn't like some of the fields. That map seemed pretty well open. I'm surprised that the AI workers are having issue on that map. Also, if I remember correctly, on Frankenmuth, didn't like a lot of fields have like a fence around it? And that kind of put me off a little bit. I did not really like having the fences around the fields. Here we just got trees. Now I do have the lumberjack mod installed. If I do want to get rid of trees, I'm not going to cut them down, drag them to the sawmill. I'll probably just use the lumberjack mod to eliminate the tree completely. Yeah, so this machine actually gets along pretty good, 16 miles an hour. Of course, it's been a while since I used a self-propelled weed sprayer. Alright, we got a contract finished, which is nice. Start actually bringing in some money. So at $2 million, what's that loan going to be? That loan's going to be like $7,500. I think the loan interest at midnight is going to be like $7,500. So I gotta. I mean that's not too bad, really. I don't see that as bad. That's like one contract per month that I got to do to kind of cover that. Calm down, Mr. Whitfield. We're not going to be taking down a whole lot of trees here. I mean, if I do eventually decide to get into a sawmill and forestry work, I will not be doing what we did on Riverbend, which is where we buy trees, cut them down, and that's it. We will buy a forest area and take down those trees and then replant. Wicked Farmer, this is the Fresh Stocks map. Fresh Stocks. It is on the Mod Hub, PC only. It is a 4x map, that's why it's not available on console. And the goal here, well, not the goal, but what we're going to try to do is run a pig farm. But obviously in year one, starting off with nothing, it's going to take a while before we get there. But I think by year 2, we should get some pigs going. I can't even remember how much pigs sell for, honestly. Hello, Big Simulate Gaming. Hopefully you're able to play Farming Simulator at this point. There wasn't another patch that came out today. Oh, that's right. No, you figured out your issue. It was your resolution on your screen or something that mattered that was not allowing the game to load up. They take a lot of food. The one mod I would definitely like back, and it would kind of help us out, the mod I had in 22 where it showed us how much the current pen would need for food for a year. That would be kind of nice to have. Hello, Anita, and welcome. Could I... Oh, I can narrow the working width of this if I wanted to. Yep, I'm glad I got a couple of containers because it took both containers to get this job done. And I need to get back up there and empty out the combine and then figure out what I need to be doing with the wheat. Either I'm going to store it and kind of keep it for the pigs. Yeah, we can see the Fendt is not too thrilled about pulling 40,000 liters of crop currently. Yeah, we're going to have to see about buying that farmyard relatively soon. I guess putting down a silo. Probably Omatana silo, but I realize her silos can hold just about anything. But at the same time, I think when it comes to root crop and stuff like that, I may put down a bunker for that type of crop. We'll have to see. I'm going to leave this here for a moment because I don't want to sell that wheat crop for what the price is currently. So how much was this land? 213,000 for that farmland. All right. So another tool implement that we definitely are going to need, especially when contracts come in because it's harvest season. Where are the plows? Yield improvements. Yeah, there we go. Plows. There we go. Yep, down here. And yeah, we're going with a 12 meter wide, of course. Main color. Wait, wasn't that? I think I used that color on Riverbend. That looks too Halloween-y for me, actually. That's kind of a plain color. We can go with that. Yeah, 21,000. Yeah, we don't really need to change anything like that. 21,000 for the plow. So let's go ahead and wait. 12 meter wide? Yeah, 12 meter wide. All right, I guess just buy the farmyard. I want to do it today anyways. So at least I'll know where we stand money-wise. All right, and I guess... let's run over here. And I don't really know how I want the farmyard to look. So It's a pretty big farmyard to begin with. But we'll just start placing things on down. Don't even know where the entryway is to the farmyard, to be honest with you. I'm guessing this is the entryway to the farmyard. And since our field is over here, maybe we'll just plop down the silo right there. Yeah, let's get ourselves a silo and store this. Sheds, silos. And we're just getting Omatanas. That way it just covers us throughout. Silos, wood with columns. Silo wood without silo extension allowance. I think I want this one here. So let's zoom in and rotate that around. Actually, let me put this over here more. Customize the color. I don't mind that color at all. Alright, so that gets us down to $50,000 in the bank account. My big butt's not going to fit through there. So again, everything is turned on like it was in Riverbend. The only thing I turned off was fieldstone. Just don't want to deal with that. We don't need to be picking up stone. I'm not going to be... No plans of doing a cement factory and doing all that. Really have no... I know there's a mod out there also where you can take the fieldstone, crush it up and make lime. But let's be honest, lime is rather cheap also. Alright, so the shopping list is starting already, so I can see a bigger tractor will be needed in the future. I mean, look at the size of the fields. We knew that. But as for moving this grain around, I realize I'm in a field here. But we are struggling to get up to some top speed. At least now with the farmyard, I probably should also get Sam over here, which I'll have to change the name unless somehow the game picks Sam as the same name. I don't know how this trailer tips. Is this a back tipper or what? It is. 4 months for soybeans. Well, as I said, go to the calendar and that can pretty much show you. So if you planted soybeans in April, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months for soybeans to grow. That's Omatana silo. Omatana silos will take everything. Omatana silos will take everything. And as I just said, I don't want to put the root crops in the silo anyways. But I could put the root crop in her silos. The pre-built houses are... I forgot, like 150,000, but we might be going a little heavy on the Omatana mods today. So I just used one of her silos. I'll probably be using also her hut that I've used in 22, where we can buy the materials in bulk. And also her hobo pack is out. So if you remember that tent I used like on American Falls, for like, I think it's like $100,000. I can just put that down. We'll have a place to sleep. All right, so contracts. We did complete. What's that? Which one was that? Remove small weeds from field. Okay, so that's the one. That's the hoeing contract. This one I don't want to collect on because there is another spraying contract. What field am I in now? That's for field 85. Oh. All right. Spraying contract for 10 grand. Just got to accept it because we already got the sprayer for it. And there's a hoeing contract in 158. Is that right across the field from where we're at? Yes, that hoeing contract's right across the road. So we'll accept that one. Now let's get this worker back to harvesting our wheat. Hello, North. How you doing? And Casper, hello. And we are on the Fresh Stocks map. Fresh Stocks. It's on the Mod Hub. PC only because it's a 4x map. But we're on the Fresh Stocks map. Hopefully this was out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into our Massey Ferguson. Boy, the Massey Ferguson sounded like it started up kind of hard. I was going to say let me do the weeding in this field, but since I can't see them, we're going to hire someone to do that. Going to hire someone to do that job. Where was the other spraying contract? 85. So that's got to be up. Good. It's up by the store. Up by the store. Worker Benny is blocked. Well, I don't know which one Benny is, but they were blocked. But I think they're good to go. I want to take a second to compliment your chat with a great group of folks you have here. Yes, we do have a pretty good community growing here. So as I'm driving over, in case you weren't in yesterday's stream or missed it, I tried to thank everyone at least twice yesterday about coming along for the Riverbend ride. I really have no idea where I'm going, by the way. Other than the wrong way is where we're going. But enjoy coming along with me on the Riverbend Springs ride and, you know, staying there for the 330 hours that we were there. And if you did miss the end of the stream, we did hit $2 million in the bank account, and we ended up buying the BGA just for fun. And then I went down to see Ben. If you don't know who Ben is the worker that helped Grandpa start his little farm over there. I went over and I gave Ben the keys to the farm, and he's going to take care of it while we're gone. Now, I probably don't have enough to finish off this contract, but I'll go buy another pallet. So yep, on this map here, we'll be getting into a lot more crops than what we did on Riverbend. The oilseed, the corn. We'll probably have a sugar factory and or the potato chip factory. But the potato chip factory, I would need the oil mill. The sugar factory, I want to get that because we might be making some ice cream later on. There are some production buildings I do want to give a little bit of a whirl. It was kind of weird. I do have the ice cream production mod installed. And the weird thing about it, to make strawberry ice cream, I just need like strawberries, water, and I forgot what the third thing is, but it's I don't need milk or anything like that. I thought that was just kind of weird for doing that. But to make chocolate milk, I need it's not chocolate milk, chocolate ice cream. I need milk, chocolate, that kind of stuff. Actually, maybe it was actually yeah, it was probably sugar that I needed for the strawberry milk. That was the third ingredient. See, I'm debating on, because we got that planter and we got the drill for sale. The planter is probably a better option for us because it's a wider working width. I don't think a 6 meter wide drill on a map like this is going to do us wonders. Alright, just got to go up to the store, which I think is this way. Yeah, it's just right up the road here. Almost got to stay like 100% focused because I'm not really sure where we're going. Well, the mod is called the Ice Cream Factory, so I would assume, you know, you're making ice cream, but I guess it could be Sorbert. Let's go to here. Scroll on down. Just better off scrolling on down where it says pallets. Herbicide. There's our plow, so when those contracts come up, we'll rip through the fields. Yeah, how much was that? Ugh. Okay, so it's $100,000, which we don't have, but as long as we keep up with the contracts, I could get it. And I mean, I could plant any one of those. I don't think it's that time of year to plant any of those, right? Let's see. Well, canola. But canola is done. Canola and barley. We'll see what happens here. See what happens as we move along. Oh, honey, that's right. That's yes, thank you. Bees is something I want to get involved with here as well. I know they don't produce that whole bunch of honey, but they will increase the yield in some of our fields, and also there is an achievement, something to do with bees, I would assume. Where did I leave off at? I have no idea, so I'm just going to start wherever. I will say, though, the ice cream factory does have some weird recipes, though. Like, yeah, like you're just saying, the chocolate needs chili pepper, which is like, but I think it is classified as chocolate chili ice cream or something. This may be where I ended out a herbicide. So again, with no production buildings to start with, like on Riverbend, our money is going to have to come from doing a lot of contracts. Yeah, Skender was in the Loft stream last night. I'm going to assume my harvester must be full of grain. I just didn't see the message pop up that they were. And yeah, the Loft stream last night ran into our first encounter of an issue. But that's what you get with early access games. You run into problems once in a while. Put the bees between your potato and canola fields. That's what I did on Hills of Tuscany when I did the potato chip factory. But I don't want to do potatoes and sugar beet. So if I need sugar for the ice cream or to make chocolate and do all that, it'll be sugar beet to make sugar and feed the pigs, help feed the pigs. I have to see what road we go down as we move along. I was going to say, oh crap, what field was this? Because that's going to be kind of key to know when collecting on stuff. $139. I'm in 85. So don't collect 139. We collect 85. We'll collect on that. So that's all the spraying contracts. Harvesting, fertilizing. Oh, I probably should buy a fertilizer spreader. I mean, those don't pay as well as they did in 22, but they still do make somewhat of a profit. Can I unload this out of the sprayer? If I can, I want to leave this at the store. And we'll collect on the contract, and this will be returned. Yeah, the Sugar Beet Cutter Pack came out last week. I think I mentioned yesterday's stream that the Sugar Beet Cutter Pack is out. Can I unload the herbicide? Ah, we can unload the herbicide. Good. Let's go ahead and collect on that contract then. Another 14,000. And that weeding contract is almost done. Let's teleport. Oh, you haven't moved at all. Well, that's what you get for hiring Frank again. Alright, can I just teleport over to our silo? No, but I can visit here. Well, I really haven't had much of a thought of how I want to do the farmyard. So it may seem kind of weird, but maybe we'll just stick it down in this corner here. When I mean stick it down here, I'm going to be talking about our house and also our lovely little dog, Sam. Let's go into construction. Not sheds. Farmhouses. And so we could have the tiny little house for 1,000. But you know what? I do like the idea of just having ourselves a little tent to start with. There we go. And of course, we'll put Sam right there. And looks like the name of our dog currently is Jupiter, but no, it's going to be Sam. I can change that. Sam, that's still Sam. Just ignore what it says on the food dish. I'll change that later on. Alright, so we got a place to sleep. We got ourselves our lovely little doghouse. And Sam's here. We got ourselves a silo. The farmyard is huge. Yes, we can see that. Yes, contract. Let's go ahead and collect on this. Alright, so fertilizing, harvesting. What do we got here? $102. Where's $102? Not sure if I want to be... Why does it show me that? But when I go to 131, it blows up for me so I can see better off where it's at. Maybe because the field's in one corner of the map, I got to deliver it to another part of the map. Oh, 102 is way up here. So quite a ways from the farm. And I think it wants me to deliver it way down to the other end of the field. Don't want to be doing that. I don't think harvesting contracts is something I want to get involved with. As long as our harvester is doing what it needs to be doing, then I think we're fine. So right now, contracts I think we're all set on. So, yeah, we're going to let the harvester... Alright, that's almost full, so what we'll do... Yeah, our harvester is not going to get to the end of the row before it's full, is it? Not a chance. So a couple more items that we could use. One is a baler. But then I would need to transport the bales. A lot of stuff on the shopping list. And I've already burnt through that $2 million that we started with. But everything you see we own. Nothing is leased. Oh, got to get rid of the worker in order to be able to back up. That usually helps. You want no name back? With horses, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna You know, I'm pretty sure at some point I'll be like, we'll have a couple horses somewhere, but that's not going to be the main focus because when everyone said the horses are the same as they were in 22, and horses just seem to be a money pit, really. Can you combine fields together or not on this map? On any map, you can combine fields together. Frank's trying to run me over. Okay, so something else we do need on the farm. Might as well go ahead and buy that now. Because you know what, me, I like spending money. And that should be under tools, I think. Wait, where's tools? Or is it under container? Buying station, multi-fruit. Buying station, cheap. Okay, I don't want the cheap stuff. Well, I mean, that sounds great. But yeah, I don't want the cheap stuff. So I should be able to buy pretty much anything I want from here. Let's go ahead and put that. The silo is there. I want it like ease of access. I mean, it's only $2,000, so for now we'll just put it down somewhere. You can always move it later on. I think I can even buy water from that or get water for free, which is going to be key for greenhouses. One horse won't break the bank, but I still got to put down a horse stable. And then I got to feed the darn thing. Alright, so fertilizer spreader. And probably get the same one we used before just because of the working width. I mean, this is our choices anyways. Yeah, just get the cheaper one. All right, Massey Ferguson. So already back down to 60,000, but we're buying stuff to allow us to do stuff. Got to buy stuff to do stuff. Problem is, Mr. Whitfield, the horses, even though the max value you get for the horses just is not worth it. You're going to spend more money in feeding them than what you are going to get back in return on them. Hopefully I'm going the right direction. Yeah, out here and then to the left. Actually, the horses aren't as, well, I haven't done horses in 25, but horses aren't as bad as they were when they first came out. I think the riding time was reduced in half. Is the Horse Helper mod not out yet? I don't know, anytime I see something to do with horses as a mod, I'm like, I don't care, I'm not doing horses, so... so I don't know what the story is on the horses. It's Fresh Stock. The name of the map is Fresh Stock. It is on the Mod Hub. It's for PC only. So right now, an hour and a half in, with what we have purchased with the $2 million, I am pleased with. We got the farmyard and we got a field. I wanted to get 2 fields to start with. But seeing the size of the fields, I think 1 field to start with is not bad. This holds 3,000 liters, so let's go ahead and get 3,000 liters of fertilizer. These are 1,000 liters apiece, so I need 3 of them. There we go, that's good. Alright, so I think there were a couple fertilizing contracts, but where are they at? Are they worth it? Field 42. Oh, Field 42 is right by our farm, so that works out. How about if we accept it before you go over there? I'm going to say, Branding Iron, you like the No Man's Land on FS19. Alright, so we got 10 to stay in. Sam is here. We're harvesting our own wheat field, which had a pretty good yield rate, actually. We got a hoe, we got a fertilizer, we got the plow. Hopefully once we get through the first harvest season here, some contracts to come up for plowing fields. Hello, Elijah. How are you doing? All right, Rax Amelius, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I think what they may be saying about the mowers getting fixed, it was pretty much not just the mowers, but the harvester headers as well, clipping into the ground. Alright, so when we get to the fuel station, we take a left-hand turn. Hello, Thomas. A wonderful Wednesday to you. Actually, I needed to go down this road here. And maybe up and down. Start with skip lines. No, so the worker's trying to do the. I'm not trying to get the worker. Where does it say show lines? Oh, steering assist. I'm on worker. That's what I don't want to be doing. Show lines. offset, 42 meter. Okay, can we fold up the hoe? We're not using the hoe. Show the lines. Why am I not seeing the lines in the ground? Well, I cannot see the GPS lines in the ground at all. Although it's been a while since I used GPS now, so maybe the game says you don't want to use it, we won't show it to you. Let me just double check. The steering assist. Show lines on. Oh, I didn't hit OK, probably. There we go. That usually helps. I gotta remember, take the hands off the steering wheel. Are we on the new map already? Yeah, we left Riverbend yesterday. So more than likely we'll just expand around where we're starting when we buy fields. Of course, we could always find a field when it comes to harvest time that has exactly what we need. So I mean, when we get to next harvest season, it could be like a sugar beet crop and be like, oh, look at the yield in that field. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a harvester and a header and get some sugar beet. Corn is something that we're definitely going to need to be doing. That's why I'm kind of looking at that planter, because corn is like the main feed for the pigs. But I'm kind of hoping that I can get right into the pig food mixer, and we can dump all the crop in there, and it'll just that way it's easier to do with a pig food mixer, because you can just take the pig food and dump into the feed trough, and it'll balance it out better, rather than kind of like I did on American Falls, where I had to kind of, I don't want to say guess how much I had to put in the feed trough and leave room for other stuff. But a pig food mixer would make life a little bit easier. I do play American Truck Simulator. I kind of plan on recording that tonight for Sunday's episode. Which way are we going here? Alright, I see what you're doing. We're going at this angle. Actually, I may not just use GPS. I'll use the lines as a good. Maybe I will use it. Heck with it. We'll use it. Just trying to get the money back that I spent on the fertilizer, but We'll have a lot left of the fertilizer once I get done. Now I gotta kind of work up, I would suppose, next thing that I would be purchasing, I guess, would be the baler. So I could do the straw, but then I would need a baled trailer. The straw will just sell at some point. No, the ATS video I'm recording tonight will be for Sunday. Alright, so I did all the GPS stuff, but apparently I missed something somewhere, which is fun. Can I see on the PDA? So here at the corner, I mean, I do stream ATS once in a while. I just need to see where I need to fertilize. Just behind me, actually. Alright, didn't get it all. This is being a little bit picky. All right, there's still some up in this corner here. There we go. That took more than I wanted it to, but the contract is done. And that pretty much paid for the fertilizer that we purchased. I gotta start to learn to where I can see our farmyard, that brick area over there. Just need to get over there. So again, as for like doing the new crop types, spinach, peas, and green beans, we did that on Riverbend, so really no desire to do it here. And here we are. We have arrived back to the farmyard. May not look like much of a farmyard right now, but it's a big area. Let's leave that parked right there for now. Let's see what we're doing. I'm inside my trailer. And the combine is full. And I think since we've been doing contracts, we're going to go ahead and I think we will go ahead and finish up the harvest here. And again, we can always upgrade that trailer. I mean, it's a pretty big trailer right now. It holds like 47,000 liters, which is equivalent to the big trailer that we had on Riverbend. And I can upgrade this to a 71,000 liter capacity, I think. So, actually, probably the best thing to plant in here would be canola. Because if I could actually we might as well just actually hang on to the wheat instead of selling it in the wintertime. And that way we'll have some wheat for the pigs when we get them next year. If I plant canola in this field, we'll be harvesting it next year. So that will cover the oil seed, the cereal grain, and really we just need some corn. Or should I plant corn in this field with a planter? Because corn is their main feed. Is that trailer a mod? Yes, it is. And that trailer will pretty much hold anything you want to throw in the back of it. But it's rather expensive, so that 47,000 liters right now it currently can hold. The base price of that trailer is $150,000. But I think upgrading it to a 71,000 liter capacity is relatively cheap. I do like trees on the edge of the field until you're working in them. And then the tree gets in the way of your view. And I will say this, if the honeybee headers come out, which I'm sure they will at some point, I can see us getting the honeybee headers for this map. They'll add an extra, like an extra 3 meters, or is it 5 meters? No, it'd be pretty close to like an extra 5 meters of a header. I mean, it's taken a while to harvest this field. I mean, we're almost 2 hours in. Probably by the time I got the harvester over here, maybe it's been harvesting for like an hour and 40, but a couple times I haven't unloaded it right when it was ready to be unloaded. One time I got stuck behind the Fendt tractor. But yeah, like an hour to harvest this field. Leaving a little bit of a row of shame here, but not much we can do about that. Might as well just go dump this right into the silo. And and Sam has already disappeared. Of course, Sam's going to be able to hide relatively easy in that wheat field and oat field over there. So with Omatano Silo being able to hold 10 million liters, I don't think we have to worry too much about overfilling it. And again, I want to just try to put the base game crop in here for the most part. When it gets to the root crop, I do have a bunker to put that type of material in. This would be a lot of straw to move around once I were to bale it. Alright, so the planter is still there. And that is an 18-meter wide drill, so that's good for the corn. I think I need to do contracts to get that planter because that's 60% off. Only has 15 hours on it, so it's not too bad. That's pretty darn good. The baler, I mean, I don't need a planter to plant the crop today, but I just want to get it because it's on sale. We can always work towards the baler and still pick up the straw because the straw will stay here. It's not going to decompose or anything. The baler is... If I can find the balers. I thought the balers were near the top, but I guess they're further on down the road. Yeah, I think I'm looking at the Fendt. $175,000 for the baler. Yeah, there. As I did say on the Mod Hub, there are the balers with the windrowers on it. I don't think we'll need that. But if you are kind of curious about what these do, it just has a windrower on the front. So like you make hay like we were doing on Riverbend, instead of windrowing and then baling it, you just go around with this and it'll windrow it and bale it. The working width is 10.3 meters on the windrower, so it's a pretty good windrower. Actually, you can probably upgrade it, right? So you'd actually go up to a 20-meter wide windrower on that. And I don't think I've actually ever used one of those, but that, you know, I did test it out once and it worked pretty good. Hello, Gary. What have you missed? Quite a bit, kind of. I mean, first off, we're on a new map, and I've spent $2 million so far. Well, actually, I probably spent more than that. Right now, we're just harvesting our wheat field that we purchased. Probably not worth the diesel fuel in harvesting this wheat, but we'll go ahead and harvest it. Oh, the one thing I didn't look, though, that planter, I wonder how much horsepower that is going to require. The Fendt is a 310. But with the land relatively flat, if it needs more than that, I think it can manage. Probably should lower the... I forgot which one it is to lower the header down. Not the header, but the wheel. Ah, it's that one there. I just want to get it low, so that's the way when I'm transporting it, it's not getting hung up on everything. Just a little unfortunate that the back end of the cloth, it rubs on the header when I go up and down the road. The mods that came out yesterday, I don't think any mods came out today unless they dropped some since the stream started. But there was like 25 mods that came out yesterday. I'm actually using a few of them that came out yesterday today. I do got that Real Dirt mod installed, but I really haven't seen it take shape yet on the tractors. But then again, our equipment is kind of brand new here. And pretty soon we can see what we got for wheat off of our first field. All right, let's go put it into the trailer and then bring it to our silo. Actually, I haven't even really visited the sawmill on this map, so I don't even know what sawmill is on this one. I suppose I could just jump up there. I think it's in the upper right-hand corner. Sawmill. Visit. Okay, so I do remember this sawmill. And I would assume... Oh, why would you put a fence around it? Alright, so you got to come in a certain way. Like I said, I don't plan on really getting into sawmill work, but, you know, maybe down the road we could. But that's where you drop it off. Where's the spawn point for all the material? Where would the spawn point be? All right, while I'm running around, I might look for collectibles. I have no idea what kind of collectibles are on this map. Oh, I probably won't see the spawn point because I don't own the place. What's my plans for this map? Well, apparently you didn't see the thumbnail or hear what we've been talking about in Riverbend Springs, but it's running a pig farm. Well, we'll just bring the combine and park it in a farmyard. I got plenty of space for it. Oh yeah, the Fendt is not too happy with the weight in this trailer. So add a large tractor to the shopping list, which, I mean, it's got to move up the shopping list. It was on the shopping list to begin with, but it needs to be moved up to the shopping list for by the time we get to harvest next year, which is going to be a tall order to ask since all the money is going to be coming from contracts, basically. Alright, so everything we own is almost here. The plow is still back at the shop, because I haven't picked that up yet. Yeah, so that planter, what does that planter require for horsepower? Ooh, 350. I mean, I assume the Fendt can handle that. The Fendt is a 310. And like I said, it's relatively flat land, so it's not that bad. Let's see, what would I have to do? I'll just look at my favorite tractor. So the base T8 for 300,000 would not be too bad. And of course, we always jumped up to 428, 435. 435 horsepower. All right, so we need to bring in some money. Let's see what anything else has come up for contracts. More fertilizing contracts, but I'm looking for the bigger stuff. Harvesting, yeah. All right, some hoeing contracts, 112, 169. That is over at the shop, which is not that bad. I could get that field hoed and then pick up our plow on the way back. Where's 169? I have no idea where that is. But we'll accept that one. And we'll accept that one right there as well. All right, 169. Okay. Kind of been down there. The name of the map is Fresh Stock. Not really typed the way Robert is typing it, but it is on the Mod Hub. It's a European map, of course, by the name of Fresh Stock. It's a 4x map and PC and Mac only, currently. Mowing, spraying contracts, stone picking. Nope, we're not doing stone picking. All right, let's jump into the Massey Ferguson. We'll just plop our fertilizer spreader here. All right, so let me see where I got to go here. So we go through this mess. When I go to the road, I take the left. And then take the first right. So I guess this is our access to the farmyard through here. I do got the landscape and paint anywhere mod. So I have to put down a better track through here. And I can landscape and paint anywhere. But I'll try to limit it to it. Areas that we actually own. Watch out for the red cars. People that drive red cars are dangerous. And also, again, I am running the mod where we can adjust the how fast the tractor wears down. I got it at 50%. So hopefully we can run our tractors to 80 hours, not 40. Oh yeah, and I should also mention there are no special crops on this map either. It's all base game crops. And the one thing I do like about this map, as I said earlier, the traffic is pretty well thinned out. There is traffic on the map, but they're few and far between. Is that a Tesla? Sounds like an electric car that wants to create road rage on me. Not you in particular, John. I just said people in red cars tend to drive a little bit more aggressively. That's all. And we'll keep on going through the four corners. So something else we could do while this is going on, in order to start having some steady income, is maybe get some of those hydroponic greenhouses going, because they're relatively cheap to put down. We just need water, so a tanker, of course, and liquid fertilizer is something we would need. But I really don't have a way to transport liquid fertilizer right now. See, is there a way into these fields? Oh, there is. There's a little tiny road right there. So is this a field where I can see the weeds? It is. I'm going to turn off the lines if I'm not going to use GPS. You pay higher insurance on red cars? I've always heard the rumor that red cars get pulled over more than any other type of color car. Or vehicle, I should say, for that matter. Never been too keen on the color red. So at least we're, you know, I got it right on the bat here on Freistadt, where we got ourselves the hoe instead of a herbicide sprayer. %, done already. Yeah, just looking for a lot of these farmers to harvest their fields, and hopefully a lot of the fields need to be plowed up, because I think that's where the money will, a lot of the money will come in at the beginning. And yeah, we do have the Black Sheep modding plow already purchased, 12 meter wide. We'll be picking it up at the store after the next weed contract. So So yeah, if I were to buy the same setup we kind of had on Riverbend for the hydroponic greenhouse, maybe get 2 of them and just put them on lettuce only, because everyone says lettuce makes a good amount of money. That could help us get going. I did try to stay away from, for our starting tractors, trying to stay away from the tractors that have a slow gearbox in it, because being such a big map, something like the 3650 with a top speed of only 24 miles an hour, it would take a while to get across the map if I sent it off to do a job or something. So try to stick with tractors that can do about 30 miles an hour at least. It does feel just a little bit weird after leaving Riverbend Springs, to where you knew, well, if we need money, we know where to get it. I mean, if you're here in yesterday's stream, you saw how fast we went from, I think yesterday's stream we started at, was it $750,000 we started at? We ended up with $2 million. And it happened rather quick. We don't have a toy maker here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Is that something that you can buy and put on the map? Factories. I'm going to assume that toy maker and like the wagon builder are just particular to Riverbend Springs. Now there's our pig food mixer. It only costs $35,000. You can see it takes corn, canola. Oh, it doesn't take sugar beet. Only does potatoes. Ah, so it's definitely gonna need to be potatoes only, not sugar beet. All right, glad I noticed that now rather than later. Yeah, so I don't see the wagon builder or anything like that here currently. So it's kind of like the piano maker on Zalanka or the boat maker on Silver Run. Not that I want to be making toys, but that involves getting the sawmill, and as I said, if I do decide to go on the sawmill route in the future, I'm not going to be doing what we did on Riverbend, where we just buy trees, cut them. There would have to be trees that are in the forest, or ones that we planted and got fully grown. Yeah, Moet has spelt it correctly. That's the name of the map. Fresh Stocks. So if you're looking for it, what Moet just typed in chat, that is the name of the map. Fresh Stocks, and that's how you spell it. Like I said, it is on the Mod Hub. European map, PC only, 4 times. It's a 4 times map. All right, 72% done with this field. Yeah, pardon my German accent. It isn't the best. I'm only going to try to pronounce the name of the map when people ask which one it is. One thing I haven't seen yet, but then again, we really haven't been around the map. I don't know if there's any pedestrians that walk around. I don't remember seeing any at the store. According to Google, you're saying it correctly. Wouldn't always trust Google to say I'm saying it correctly, but... yeah, I do believe when translated to English, it's rascal or something like that. So it's kind of interesting. So like this field here, definitely not the biggest one on the map, but if you were compared to fields like on Riverbend Springs, it would be one of the biggest fields, if not the biggest field. Hopefully I can finish this up by the time I get to the other end, and we'll just move on to the next one. We'll get a worker for the next field, though. Now I just got to find my way out of here. So that's about the only thing with the map. I mean, with Riverbend Springs, we had landmarks to go by. Here, not a whole lot of landmarks. I'll try to stay on the paths here if I can. Yep, looking at the map, not looking at where you're driving, that's always helpful. Alright, just got to take a hard left out at the main road. I thought this was a main road. No, the road might be out that way. Or right here. Alright, this will bring us up to the store. Oh wow, 2 cars together. Well, honestly, a lot of the maps I was looking at, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to compare it to Riverbend Springs. That had a lot of detail to it. Wait, where am I going? Don't keep going straight. A lot of the maps I looked at were generally like this in some way, shape, or form. Somewhat flat-ish. Frankenmuth, I looked at that and it had less detail than this. Not saying that's bad or good. And a lot of the fields in that map had fences around it, which I was not that big on. But I mean, a lot of the maps I did look at were either early access maps or maps in testing, which usually mean it could come down to a point of a new save game might be required when it comes out, so I didn't want to get involved in that. Actually, if I go down this little path here, and of course without having the factories to begin with, I was thinking, well, the bigger fields are going to allow us to do contracts and get paid rather well to get us going. Did I get a worker or not? Oh, you know what I might be on? Yep. Gotta put it on worker. That'd be good. Alright, let the worker get that done. Yeah, with a bigger map, it takes a second for it to always save. But that was 5,700. I mean, not a whole lot, but I mean, it's money coming in, right? Alright, so fertilizing, harvesting. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting through the contracts. I forgot how many fields are actually on this map, but I think we'll jump the scale up to ×5 for the time being, because after this contract, don't see anything else coming up currently. So, yeah, if I want, let's just go ahead and visit our farmyard. Let's go up to this corner over here. Construction. Greenhouses. Hydroponics. Collides with player. That happens quite a bit. We're going to come down the line a little bit here. I think that's square enough. Yeah, we're going to get 2 of them. We shall get 2 of them. And for starters, we're just going to get the same old tanker that we had before. I may get Omatana's tanker, but at least with a... I don't know if her tanker... Will her tanker take liquid fertilizer? It does. Well, okay, we're just going to get Omatana's tanker. And I'm going to go super large just because of the water. And it's only 12,000. Let's go ahead and buy that. Alright, let's grab our only other tractor we got available to us, and that's going to be our Fendt. And we'll head on down to the store. I should be able to buy the liquid fertilizer right from her shed. That little shed over there. And I think I can get water from it too, but I think I'd rather put down a fire hydrant or something like that to make it a little bit more so of what we need to be doing. Is there not a way... I know there's a road right out here somewhere. So if I want to make a road out to here from the farmyard, I'm going to have to take care of some trees. So to finish... Wait, do I turn... No, don't turn there. Getting lost again already. Yep, we gotta wait till the fuel station. So to finish Riverbend Springs myself and finish your series, which I only have about 275 hours to go. 275 hours to go, huh? Had to rush off. I see there is a patch today. Hopefully this sorts out my issues. Have you paid the $2 million back yet? No, that may take a little bit. You like the bigger maps because it takes you a while to drive and get somewhere a little bit more realistic. I mean, Riverbend... Well, I mean, Riverbend's going to feel small now at this point. But, I mean, that map is I mean, the base game maps are well-sized, but this map here, yeah, driving from one side to another could take you like 4 or 5 minutes. Hello, Drifter. How you doing? So yeah, we're gonna get those 2 hydroponic greenhouses going, and just gonna put So if I put down a small farmer's kiosk, would it be better if I just sold the lettuce myself? But then I kind of think I painted myself in a corner if I wanted to do that, because I put the greenhouses rather close together, not thinking I was going to, you know what? Put this on the front. Get the lettuce out. So maybe let's put that on selling only. And I don't have a way to move the lettuce currently. Nope, all the wrong buttons. Stop it. How's my FPS on a bigger map? I mean, it should be pretty simple because there's not a lot of... I mean, there's not a lot of detail, per se, so it should be relatively easy to run 60 FPS. Hope I can buy liquid fertilizer from our hut. I should be able to. Yeah, it's usually not the size of the map. I mean, yeah, that has something to do with it. But it's also how much is on the map itself that you're trying to render and load in as you're going through the map itself. Yeah, I haven't seen no pedestrians. But yeah, as we move along here, and I put down a couple of factories here and there, and I don't want to put them all down at the farmyard. We may buy other land and put factories elsewhere. We'll get some skyline stuff going, meaning we'll have some buildings here and there. I mean, you can see the FPS in the upper right hand corner is pretty much staying right at 60. Glad to see the trees are not too much collidable going up and down the road. Actually, I want to turn here. Yeah, I need to be going and entering from the other side, but this seems the most logical way to come in. So yeah, eventually we'll have sheds and everything, but of course, financially, getting the equipment to be able to do jobs and get paid for it is more important than getting sheds right away. Alright, Omatana. Hopefully I can still get liquid fertilizer from herbicide, milk, buffalo milk. I can buy that stuff. We don't want to do that. Okay, why can't I put liquid fertilizer in here? Oh, because I have it highlighted on the trailer. That got me nervous there for a second. Haven't done that in a while. Alright, so I want to see if the water is free from her hut. Okay, it is. But I think I'd rather have a placeable down to get water from. So if we go back into construction containers, I did get the water pack. I don't know if this water is free, though. Do I want to get it from a hydrant? Hydrant with pumps. Is that what they're all called? I think we'll get something like this. Yeah, we'll just kind of put that over here a little bit separate. Let's see if the water's free from these. I don't know if it is. Well, the money's not going down. But the fill rate is rather slow. It will continue to fill up if I leave it off, but the fill rate is rather slow. Do you swath your crops or harvest them normally? On Riverbend Springs, I did use the MacDon to swath them to get the 25% yield increase on the crop and the straw. Here, I probably won't do that just because I don't want to do the same thing or even use the same equipment. So, yeah, I just want to mix up a little bit. All right, so the hoeing contract is going on. Let's go and see with the time scale going on a little bit faster. Maybe other contracts will start popping up. So yeah, a lot of the big fields are starting to come up, I think, for harvesting. Like I said, I kind of want to stay away from those. Mowing would not be too bad, but like I said, that's either like that would tie up another tractor and have to buy mowers from it. I mean, yeah, I could borrow the equipment, but I'd rather use my own. And there is a weeding contract. I don't know if a hoe is going to work or not. Did before, but they may have fixed that in a patch because we haven't been able to use it recently. One thing I want to see, because there are collectibles on this map. That's actually Field 52. Down here. Do I still got flight mode turned on? I do. I'm kind of curious if there's going to be a collectible down here. I have no idea what the collectibles are on this map. There are 25 of them. So I don't know if they made special collectibles or are they the orbs from Hutin Pentai Have no idea what I'm looking for collectibles on here. Probably should get rid of the map because I could see more of the ground. Probably should have the helper HUD the upper left-hand corner. If I get near something, like I said, I don't know what we're looking to collect. And I don't know if I want to collect them or not, but seeing that there's 25 of them, I'm going to guess they're worth like 10 grand a piece. Which means $250,000 in total when finding them. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what to expect for collectibles on here. If anyone knows what kind of collectibles is on this map, that'd be good. Yeah, you're still filling. You're going to take forever. But you were done. And let's collect on that contract. $6,400. Let's see. Where the heck am I? Store is out this way. Finding 25 collectibles on a 4K map will be like finding a needle in the haystack. Yeah, probably. But I mean, once you get to know what you're looking for. What is this place here? Oh, this is the animal dealer right here. So you got the store, which is, I think that's on the other side of this, but this is the animal dealer because there's Katie. So you can drop off manure, maybe buy slurry from here. It's where you buy your animals from. You said on my left, but I don't know where. That was probably a while ago. So I need to go back there and try to find whatever you were saying on my left. So I'm going to park this at the shop for now in case I buy anything I can bring it on back. I'm not sure if I'm going to get enough money to be able to buy that planter if it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. $100,000 for the Kenzie planter, which is what I would buy. Because that's the biggest planter. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the biggest planter, I think, in the game that's a direct planter. Yeah, so I got the modded one for Riverbend. I mean, 18.2. I don't think I need anything bigger than that, but that's a nice planter, and it seeds and fertilizes. And we're going to need it for the corn. So, yeah. Don't think there's any. I remember seeing a map tour where Farmer Klein, if I'm not mistaken, and he said that there are any, even though it says there are. Could be. Having a big problem on 25 after the new update. It freezes up my game when I get out of the vehicle on your PC. I would recommend starting a new save with no mods on a new map. Or it doesn't matter what map. But just start a new map with no mods. And get yourself a tractor and get in and out of the tractor and see if it does it. If it does it on the one you're at, either you got conflicting mods or, yeah, you got something going on there. Alright, that trailer will continue to fill up after I had hitched from it, so. But that should be enough in here to get the greenhouses up and going. I don't want to get too much time going past here without the greenhouses being ready to go. Now this is going to go through the water and fertilizer, as we know. Bring that back over here and see how fast does it fill. I'm going to assume it fills rather fast from her shed. Maybe at the same rate. But I'll try to get it from the fire hydrant. It just seems more realistic that way. So yeah, small farmer's kiosk, as we saw, will definitely bring us in a lot more cash. All right, let's come in here. We're just going to go ahead and activate the lettuce. And we are going to put that on to just selling. Could do it from the menu, but we're going to go in here and do it. Lettuce, activate, and selling. All right, so now we got some money coming in. I mean, we got money coming in anyways, but at least we're selling lettuce. Didn't really line those up too well, did I? I do got where I can move these, but moving them does cost money to move them. I just got here, what's the name of the map, and do you have a farm yet? It's called Fresh Stocks. It is on the Mod Hub, 4x map for PC only. And our farm is here. We started with 2 million. And of course we bought some stuff, and yeah, this is what we currently have. We own that field over there. Cost about $500,000 for that one field. And of course we got ourselves a decent combine because it's a big map, so you need big stuff. But yeah, we're stretching our money as far as we can in the first month. Now let me drop back down to the ground. Alright, so actually how much water did I get in there? That's not too bad for that one. And actually that one's almost full. So yeah, those will be running for quite a while. Alright, so lettuce will be sold every hour on the hour. And yeah, until some contracts pop up, because I don't have any field work I can currently do. There is a bale wrapping, but I don't have a bale wrapper. It does pay $12,000, so maybe we'll just go ahead and do that. So let's, oh, no, borrow. I don't have a wrapper. Let's borrow that stuff. What is this? I don't think I've used one of these tractors in, like, forever, if at all. Field number 11. Where is 11? Over by our farm. Alright, how convenient. I love my Mata Lizard water tanker. When it refills, I just walk away and do something else. Yeah, it just refills on its own. I had no problem with my third-party mods before the update, but when the new update came out, I had no problem at the new update came out. Not really sure what you said there, Paul. Yeah, if you're using a third-party mod, those may need to be updated from the new patch. I mean, a lot of mods could need an update from the new patch. Sometimes mods will break when a patch comes out. Ah, cement truck. I think that's the first cement truck I saw. Yeah, it's going to be hard, I think, unless a lot more contracts come out today. It's going to be hard to get up to that 100,000 to buy that planter. Like I said, I don't need the planter today, but it's the planter that we need, and it's a good price for what little hours it has on it. Oh, there are little beacons on this thing. I was looking for beacons. I was like, I'll hit the light button anyways. It's basically like the hazard lights on it. And that field should be... Oh, it's right here. Turn on automatic drop. See if we can launch some bales today. I wonder if they fixed that. Nope. That is one thing, I think a lot of us would say, don't fix that. Ah, I didn't quite get it. Yeah, but definitely sounds like you might have a mod issue when you're saying that your frame rate drops almost nothing. So, Paul, if you start a new save game and with no mods and the problem doesn't occur, then what you could do is start activating your third-party mods one at a time and see which one might be doing it. To go back to the older version of a game, I've never done it on Farming Simulator, so I don't know if it is an option. But if you're on Steam and you right-click on the game, and I think you got to go down to Properties. I do it so often on ATS once in a while. I do it without even thinking about what I'm clicking on. But I think you got to go to Properties, and then if you go to where it says like betas and hit the down button, it will kind of show you what version of the game that you're on and which ones you could roll back to if you so pleased to. Let me just see if can we do that on Farming Simulator? Properties. Yeah, so if you right-click on Steam, if you right-click on the game, then go down to Properties, and then go to Beta, and then it says Beta Participation. If you click the down button, I can see I can downgrade to 1.4, even 1.3. I can even go down to 1.2.1. So you can go to older versions on Farming Simulator. Just wrapping some bales, trying to earn 12 grand. or minus the leasing fee, whatever that's going to be. I did leave my... Yes, it is filling up. Okay. I probably shouldn't fill that up all the way. It doesn't matter. I did install the Power Tools mod, so I can empty out the tanker if I want to. I was just thinking, if I need to put liquid fertilizer in there, I need to empty the water, but I think Power Tools will allow me to do that. I'm going to assume that their problem is probably a mod issue. Mods are great until there's an update in the game and they're not compatible. Yeah, it's too bad, though, I'm not looking the correct way when they get launched. Yeah, the bale wrappings contracts do pay off well, but you can't really hire a worker. So it's not like a hoeing contract, fertilizing contract, whatever, and just say, you know, get up and go while we go do other stuff. I mean, I don't mind doing the bale wrapping. So really the weather, if we get like a tornado or hail damage in the near future, don't really get too concerned about it because all of our fields, all one of them, has been harvested. I wouldn't worry about his backup saves. I'd be more concerned after the update. It sounds like a mod problem. Was there any big water on this map? As far as I looked, I couldn't find any. And I was going to, and I may do so in the future. There is a mod to where you can add water to a map or to an area. I did a little bit of terrain work on when I was testing this map out to see how far down, quote unquote, I had to dig before I hit water, and I never hit water, so I don't know where the water table is on this map, if there even is one. This map is called Fresh Docks. It's on the Mod Hub. PC only, 4x size map. Well, who said it was Giants that broke anything? They're fixing their game. And it's the mod that you're using that's broken. It's always great to see game updates, but you got those mods that you love. How are we doing? Okay, we're like 3/4 of the way through. And nope, we're not going to be stealing the bales. We're not going to steal the bales and put them into a shed somewhere. On a contract, do they turn instantly into silage, or what does it say? No, it says fermenting. Funny though, it says the bale is owned by me. Apparently I own the bale. But I'm pretty sure once I complete the contract, the bales are going to disappear. But yeah, it just feels a little bit odd today. Because I went from a farm that we had, what, I don't know, 15 fields. And the last couple streams, I was jumping from tractor to tractor trying to get the work done in our fields. And then a day later, here we are, it's like, you got a field. Yeah, there are mods where you can collect on the material, but seeing as I'm getting paid just to wrap bales, it'd be kind of wrong to take the bales too. A few more bales. And who knows, maybe it'll be time to... may have to move on for the month and just say goodbye to the planter. I mean, I probably could have bought the planter without putting down the greenhouses, but I figured the greenhouses would pay off more. The sooner I put them down, the sooner they're going to start earning us cash. And I really don't need a planter until next spring. Alright, contract complete. And yeah, the bales should disappear even though they say that we own them. Bale wrapping complete. Is there another one that pays really good? Not so much. And I think we've done enough bale wrapping for the time being. We'll collect on that. Yeah, a lot of harvesting contracts are slowly coming in. Ooh, a hoeing contract for $20,000. I mean, I'll get a worker to get on that because that'll take a while. Where's field 152? It's gonna be down south. All right, we'll take the main road as our water tanker still fills up with water. Oh, that's right. It's at the store. All right, so the second right-hand turn, first left-hand turn. How's the pig empire? I've spent like 2 million and we have no pigs. Hopefully we'll have pigs by next fall when we get to harvest season. $20,000, that's a pretty good paying contract. Are there still time limits on contracts, or they get rid of that? 7. Okay, so the time limit is just the remainder of the day still. Oh, I just heard the music from the ice cream truck. All right, Paul, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for dropping in. So now we're going all the way to the south. Field will be on our right when we get down here. You know, it would seem kind of fitting that I kind of want to do the ice cream mod on this map, the ice cream production. And there's a flippin' ice cream truck that goes around the map. We'll be in competition with each other. Or I could be making the ice cream that he sells, and he's buying it from me to sell. You can look at it that way. Alright, so we're coming up on the field itself. How is the new map? Correct me if I'm wrong, but they only have it for PC. They don't have it for consoles. Yeah, it's for PC only. PC only. And so far I like the map because it's not a flat map. You can see there are rolling hills. A lot of the other maps I looked at were pretty flat. Kind of interesting you chose to back up all the way to get to the next row, but I just want to make sure I see 1% of the contract being done, so it's being registered. Because before the patch yesterday, this was an issue a couple times on Riverbend Springs when I did hoeing contracts where we got rid of the weeds, but the contract wasn't being registered. But this is a pretty big field, so it may take a second to see 1% being done. Hey, 1%, which is good, which means we should get ourselves $20,000 here in the near future. You love this map, looking forward to this series. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get going. It's not like on Riverbend where we started day one with 5 million and I bought a whole bunch of production buildings and it was easy to... We had a lot of things to do with our own production buildings and get them going. Here right now I have one field that we already harvested and I'm out of money. Kind of. So yeah, it's going to take a moment to get going, but I mean, I think we got a good start. We got a farm yard to work on. We got a tent to sleep in. Sam, our dog, has arrived. But yeah, we got the silo to put some crop in. We got a decent harvester, header. Some good starting tractors. Yeah, we could use a bigger one. We got a trailer and some equipment to get some contracts and work done. Yeah, in a couple of years, we'll have a lot of our own field work to do. Just having fun watching Francesca. I think it's Francesca that's in here. Could be wrong. Yeah, it is Francesca. In our Massey Ferguson 7S. Taking care of the weeds. Alright, so while that's going on, what else is there? We just did bale wrapping. Deadwood. I don't own a chainsaw. Wait, if you want to borrow... Wow, you would give me... Did you give me that to go use, or I could just buy a chainsaw? I'm probably going to need a chainsaw anyways at some point to get rid of trees. So we may just go ahead and do that just to go around and try to find some dead trees. What is that harvesting contract? $29,000 for that harvesting contract. For oats. That's our field. 48. I think that's right across from our farm. Is it not? Does that say 48 or 49? Sorry, 49. So that's this field right here. That is a big field. And then just deliver it down there. Just 1 day per month. So yeah, it's not the harvesting contracts I'm looking at too much. I want to wait for those harvesting contracts to get done and hopefully plow the field. Mowing, more spraying, stone picking. Oh, I don't remember seeing these contracts on Riverbend Springs. Tedding grass? I don't remember seeing tedding grass contracts on Riverbend Springs. Let's go ahead and do the Deadwood. I'm just going to accept a contract. I don't want to deliver anywhere, right? No, I just got to cut them down. Let's go ahead and accept that contract. And we'll buy myself a chainsaw, which I'm going to need anyways. At some point. Not to do sawmill kind of stuff, but to maybe remove trees and such. And yeah, I always get myself the steel because that's what I have in real life. And I love the thing, so get myself a steel. Are you running a mod for increased contract pricing? No, I am not. Thought I saw a contract for $30,000. I think you saw the one for harvesting. Yep. Tedding was on Riverbend. I don't think I ever saw a tedding contract on Riverbend. And we had like 3 other grass fields that we did not own. Okay, you guys were getting them. I don't think... Maybe I was just overlooking them. Alright, so I got myself a chainsaw. Let's go... Yep. Takes a while to save on a bigger map. Where is the Deadwood? Can I visit that? All right, I can visit this. Those are some pretty good trees for using a tree harvester and getting to the mill. Mr. Whitfield, when I say trees, you're like a dog when I say you want a treat. All right, so we're in the area. Whoop, chainsaw. I do see... Well, the dead trees in here seem pretty simple to find. No, I'm not going to bring the trees anywhere to sell them. Just trying to mix up the jobs for us while things are going on. So I'm doing 9 trees apparently. Actually, I'm kind of liking the woods here because it's not too dense like me. The trees are few and far. They're well enough apart. Just want to make sure there is an arrow on that tree before I cut it. Is this a dead one? It is. Trees just mean money to you. No, I don't have a sawmill on this map. I don't really have a plan to, but, you know, plans do change. But I think I had my fill of a sawmill in the last series, so taking a break from that's not a bad idea. Alright, this is what usually happens. You start off strong, and then as you start going around, you start to realize, wait, where are the other dead trees? And I don't want to cut down the wrong one because that penalty would be too much. I think there's a couple way over here. Okay. Wait, is that? Yep, there it is. So basically this contract is paying for the chainsaw and a little bit of extra bonus on top of that. So $1,000 for the chainsaw, and we got paid $1,350 for that. That was actually pretty easy to get that one done. Just think of all the easy money. But this, yeah, the sawmill up here on this map doesn't have all the flipping support posts holding up a roof. All right, what else we got here? Fertilizing. Yeah, there's that wonderful harvesting contract for almost 30,000. Imagine what a vegetable harvest would be in that type of field. Yeah, stone picking, not too much of a fan of doing. Tending grass. Wait, is that next to the shop? $196. What is that next to? Gotta figure out how these numbers go. What field was that in? $196. It's next to like a store. 216. Oh, it's right here. What is this? Let's visit this place. What is this place? Oh, it's where you can buy planks and wood beams and... Alright, this is where you can buy building material. Is it a purchasable place? No, because there are no productions on the map. That's right. No productions on the map, so this is something you can't buy and run. Alright. 30k harvest, perfect for borrowed equipment and workers. It would take a while. It would definitely take a while, plus you got to do a lot of transporting and stuff. But I'm looking for... I mean, the contracts are still going to take long on this map as is. You can see this like hoeing contract we just started a while ago. 26% of the way done. It's a pretty big field, but this hoeing contract or plowing contracts, fertilizing contracts, they're going to get the jobs done relatively quickly. Yep, that is still there. Alright, so maybe I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to top off the greenhouse with the water. And I don't want to just start throwing my equipment everywhere here. Gonna have to have at least somewhat organized. Until we get some sheds placed down. And I do need to spend some time looking at sheds. I've spent the last few days looking at maps mostly. But getting some sheds in the right, right kind of sheds that we need. Nope, that's on the wrong side. Yep, Sam, our dog, is here somewhere. I mean, our little tent and doghouse is down that corner, but Sam, haven't seen since, well, we pretty much put down the doghouse. I think Sam saw a squirrel, took off, and we'll see him at some point. And hopefully this plow here will come in very handy when we move on to another month, because right now there's no plowing contracts. I want to say get our yard cleaned up because our yard is pretty darn big. Guess we'll just park this over by the silo. That kind of makes some sense. Nope, actually going to need that to move the header. Yeah, we'll need a pressure washer, a repair area here at some point, but being the first month, I think we're okay. The combine, I guess. Try to keep everything in this corner for now. So you have the 2 hydroponic greenhouses. We're just going to go grow lettuce currently into it. Not going to really get involved with the small production buildings. So making kimchi from our greenhouses, I don't think we're going to be doing that. I thought a little bit about having goats on here, but then that would have meant, you know, making some hay and then the dairy production for making goat cheese. But once all that is down and going, we saw how much goat cheese we got from 80 goats. It was quite a bit. I wonder if I put down... It's not going to cost a whole lot. I keep trying to save money, but I keep spending money. If I put down the small farmer's kiosk, I wonder if the lettuce will sell to the small farmer's kiosk and earn us a little bit more than selling. I don't... This is the thing with Giants. When you put something on selling directly, unless they put it in the help menu for a change, which I doubt this... But when you put something on sell directly, what price are you getting? Did they say anything about that? Shops and workshops, how to start, build mode, crops, shop icons. It's got to. It must be under productions. Do they explain it under productions? I don't go in the help menu that often. Crops. Yield improvement, animals, forestry, basic economy, character creation, transport, loading machines. I know how to spend money. Oh, production chains right here. Forming an agriculture empire, you can choose to sell your products directly or continue processing them in factories to gain even more income. So it doesn't really say if you put it on sell directly. Is it selling to the highest, selling to the lowest, or just taking the average sell price and selling it? So I'm not sure if a small farmer's kiosk is good. I mean, maybe it would help bump up the price. Buy the multi-cell station that you got from the new mod that makes corn flour. I don't know what mod. I don't think I have that mod that makes corn flour tortillas. Kind of lost me there. I don't think I think you're thinking of a different mod. See, that's going to be under factory sell points. The $5,000 one buys everything. I see one for $10,000. I mean, I do want this at some point, but I don't know where I want to put it. But what I'm saying is, if I put this down, will the lettuce sell there? A little mini debris crusher. Oh, piano manufacturer. I didn't know that was a... Oh, this is a sell point, not a buy point. Sorry, not a building. I mean, I don't want to pick up my lettuce and sell it here. Because I got it on sell directly. I'm wondering if it'll sell to this and get us more money straight off the bat. give us that. I think someone said it's like a 10% bonus. Well, I can always move this in the future. So for now, we'll just put it down here. Why not? How far do I own? Okay, so it's got to go. Yeah, it's going there. It's going there. So I don't know if the lettuce will sell there and earn us a little bit more, but in the future, of course, I can sell there. I don't think I can sell my wheat there, though. So yeah, the wheat, if I sold it now, I get $30,000 for a wheat if I sold it today. If I hang on to it, I get $42,000, but I'll probably keep it for the pigs in the future. Lettuce, best time to sell is in February. And herbicide has no selling point. It's a 20% bonus? Yeah, but since I got it on sell directly, Giants has never been very clear. When you put something on sell directly, how does the game determine where that product is being sold to? Does the game actually pick the highest sell point when it sells it? Or is it taking the average for the day? So does that take up all the sell points and just does an average and sell it as the average price? I think I kind of remember looking at this in 22 trying to figure out where it sold to, and I could never make it make sense where it goes to. Because I don't want to transport all my lettuce, and I didn't leave myself enough space to get anything down here. I mean, yeah, if I got myself an autoloader, I could just put it on storing and sell it ourselves. But yeah, we need an autoloader to do that at this point, because I'm not getting in there with a forklift. Yeah, I know if we brought this up to the kiosk, I know I would get the bonus there. It's a matter of when you put something on sell direct, where does it get sold to? Or is it just an average price? And the help menu doesn't really say. Just says absolutely nothing on that, so we have really no idea. No idea. Yeah, so I think the planter that's in the sales store, because I keep spending the money, I don't want to say it's only 100,000. 60% off for a planter that only has 12 hours on it. That would do us nicely. I just don't think it's going to be there long enough for me to do enough jobs, because I just keep spending the money to try to give us more money. And it's not that big of a, I don't want to say it's a big loss if it gets sold or whatever. So yeah, all these harvesting contracts, hopefully once they get done, if I go to, I wonder how many fields are going to show they need to be plowed. Let's scroll back on the map. How many fields, if I turn off weeding, fertilizing, lime, rolling, turn off everything. Oh wow, there's not hardly any fields that need to be plowed. And oddly enough, the first two fields I looked at, because I wanted to buy 38 and 39, those two fields need to be plowed. There's only 3 fields on the entire map that need to be plowed right now, and it's those two. Oh, you gotta love it. All right, rolling, don't care about. Mulching, don't care about. But these 3 things, or 4 things, I do care about. Let's jump over to the Massey Ferguson, and I think I will take over this job. And we'll collect our 20,000, whatever it is. I am burning through the fuel, though. And as far as I know, I didn't look too hard, but there is a fuel station up by our farmyard somewhat. We've been by it many times going from the store to the farmyard. I don't know if there's another one. I would like to get ourselves a fuel depot at the farmyard, but the one we used on Riverbend Springs, it worked. But as we saw, things for like combines, bigger tractors, stuff like that, it's almost impossible, if at all, if you can fuel it up. And every other one on the Mod Hub requires you to bring fuel there before you can use it. I think they do an average on the map. Seems like that would be more difficult for the coding to say, look at all the prices, add them up, divide it by how many sell points there are, rather than just in coding to say pick the highest sell point and that's what they get, minus the percentage penalty for the economy level you're on. I mean, it's going to be what it is anyways. I just put down the farmer's kiosk because, I mean, it's going to benefit us in the future anyway, so I'll just put it down somewhere. Might as well put it down now for 10 grand, and that way if it boosts the lettuce sales a little bit, it'll help us out. Let's go ahead and finish up this job here, and then we'll be done with August. Now on the financial page, we can see how we did the month of August. I didn't have to sell anything or anything like that when I started up the save game. So what you see for finances is what we did. Of course, we did start with $2 million and a $2 million loan. So obviously we're going to be in the red by about $2 million. Although we did bring a lot of money from the contracts today pretty quickly. But yeah, with only our one field, and I'm guessing I'll be planting corn in that field for next year. I really have no work to do in our fields all the way through. All the way into next spring. Why do I feel like... I don't want to say I'm only at 80%, but why do I feel like there may not be enough weeds here to complete the whole contract? Oh, someone turned out the lights really quick there. Someone hit the light switch pretty quick. Guess I should... I mean, slowing down time at this point doesn't matter. It's nighttime. Luckily, I can still see the weeds. Actually, I did get up to 92%. So I also want to get some bees on this map, but we'll wait a little bit. I know the bees don't bring in a lot of honey. But when there's achievements on Steam, I always try to get them if I can. And this is probably a good map to put some bees down for our potatoes and probably canola. whenever we get around to it. So yeah, I guess I'll be doing potatoes because the pig food mixer that we got currently, or will have in the future, requires potatoes. I thought about doing sugar beet so I can make sugar and help out with possibly making some chocolate ice cream in the future. I mean, I still could do that. Hello, Bose. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, we're getting some hail, but don't care. Our fields are taken care of, pretty much. Alright, we're at 98%, so there must be enough weeds here to finish up the contract. I was questioning if there would be enough. Contract complete. Did you see the class square baler on the mod hub? 83.5K cheaper baler than the other square balers. But what size bales does it do? Let me just have a quick look. Because that's a quadrant baler. If you're talking about the quadrant baler, I don't know what size bales they do or how many liters per bale it is. And do the bales, are they compatible with the baling trailers? Yeah, let's collect on that contract so we can see a good fistful of money come in. And yeah, it's nighttime, so we're not going to do any more contracts for this month. So straight ahead and turn left. So actually, let's ride in cab. Road's going to be here somewhere. Don't know if my beacons are on or not. Are they? They are now. Haven't watched a lot of your live streams, but you were excellent in gameplay series. When can we expect some series to start? Waiting for maps to really start coming through, which they're starting to. I thought about starting on Comsden for the recorded series, but I'm just not a big fan of the narrow roads and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully some more modern maps will come out. It takes like 3 months for really good maps to come out. I'm not saying the maps that have come out are not good, but details is nice to see. So yeah, I'm hoping within the next few weeks. I know there was a lot of maps. Saw them talking about it this morning on Discord. that some maps are being finalized and being sent in for testing. And that recorded series, I think, might be the one where I do the challenge of we can only buy from the used section and have 5 leased items at a time. Hello, David Patton. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Well, here on Fresh Stocks, we are doing pretty good. This is our first month. And the first month went rather well. Better than I thought it would. I actually got more equipment than I thought I could with the $2 million that we started with. I think I want to turn here, honestly. Yes, we do. It's a 4 times map, so it's pretty darn big. And it'll be probably not until year 2 before we can hopefully get the pig farm down. That's going to be rather expensive. It's going to need like $200,000 or $300,000 for the pig farm itself. And yeah, we'll just have to start feeding our pigs probably just corn or something. Not the best to be driving back on a map that you're really unfamiliar with the roads and such. Nope, that's our cutover road right there. And the road going to your farm is not really a road, it's a dirt road. And the hail's coming down too. I think I got to go left. And then to the right somewhere. $180 to $240s. Yeah, it's kind of weird that the windshield wipers aren't going with the hail. Maybe because it's hail, the wipers won't go? I thought they came on automatically. Yeah, there's a wiper on the back. I've seen them work in the rain. Just realized that they weren't going either. That's interesting. Drop that off. Beacons, lights. And day 1 is complete. I'll stand out in the hail because I'm a strong enough person to do so. Financial page. Oh, wait. No, finances. So, yeah, there we go. Loan is $2 million. I got $54,000 in the bank account. And total balance, I spent apparently that much overall. That's not quite right. Where's the income here? So contracts, I did $90,000 worth of contracts. I thought I actually did more than that. And sold products. So far I sold almost $3,000 worth of lettuce very quickly. So that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But yeah, let's go ahead and... Our house is down here. Sam is over here as well. Why am I getting a flickering light down here? Or is that just the light from... Oh, it's just a lantern at our little hut. Sam, who knows where Sam is? Feels kind of weird just going to bed not having to check. How are the livestock doing? How are the production buildings doing? We don't have any. Well, that's kind of fitting that my loan is $6,666. I don't know if that's an omen or not. We'll feed Sam. Don't just ignore the name Jupiter. I'll fix that. It'll be Sam when we get started tomorrow. The sale page. It is still there. The game is trying to tell me you need to buy this. The planter is actually still there. And first thing in the morning, it's going to take a moment for the contracts to come in. So yeah, it's going to take a moment for the contracts to come in. Let's go back to the financial page. So sold products, 5,413. That's the lettuce. Already this month, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. We have sold almost we have sold $5,500 worth of lettuce. So that's going to offset the loan interest, which is fine. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of contracts at the beginning because, we don't got no production buildings here. We will have them, but just not to start off like we did in Riverbend. And we only got one field, and yeah, there is straw there. But I plan on putting corn in there. We can't plant corn until next spring. So that field can just sit there for a while. So we'll be doing contracts to bring money in to be able to afford to buy some stuff. And hopefully some plowing contracts will come up this month. First thing in the morning. It's going to take a moment, like I said, for those contracts to start appearing. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad start. Without adding extras to the baler, 84 220. I'll have a look at it. Maybe I'll at least download it, maybe activate it. We can have a look at the baler, see if it's worth our while. But I'm just kind of curious. I mean, it should be compatible then with the bale loader if it does 240s. I just wonder how it'll look being a quadrant baler. But shouldn't a quadrant baler also have more liters per bale than a standard baler? It should. I haven't used a quadrant baler in ages. Maybe back to 17 since I last used one. So I did feed Sam. I was giving Sam a moment to show on up. But he's probably hiding in one of the fields. Yeah, food's still there, so I don't know where he is. Looks like they didn't get around to harvesting their crop here. I mean, that field was terrible. That was like a 22% yield on that field. That's why we didn't buy it. Like I said, I did want to buy these two fields here to begin with, but yeah, the yield in that field was terrible. The yield in this field was pretty darn good. And I forgot, wait, how much wheat did we get off that field? Save. 105,194 liters of wheat off that field, so pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. But what you see is what we have. We bought this farmyard as well. We bought that field. We did put down the small farmer's kiosk just because we got ourselves a little tent to sleep in. Sam is here. We got a 45-foot header along with the Massey Ferguson S7 or 7S. We got the Fendt 700 series tractor. We got ourselves the hoe, the plow, the fertilizer, and the tanker. That stuff there we pretty much all had on Riverbend. Hydroponic greenhouses, we got two of them making lettuce. We got the Kloss Lexion 6900 combine. Omatana's seed hut, so we can buy our seed, fertilizer, stuff from there rather than have to go to the store. And of course, we can get it from there in bulk. Okay, we do have a little hydrant there to get water from. That's our trailer. That holds 47,000 liters. And we did put down a silo to store our grain in. And that is what we have. That's what our $2 million got us up to this point. But anyways, yeah, our first live stream on Fresh Stocks. I gotta say it like 3 times to hear it correctly in my head. I think I listened to that voiceover like 20 times this morning just to try to get in my head. Fresh Stocks is the name of the map. 4x map. It is on ModHub. It's for PC only though, because it's, like I said, it's a 4x map, so double the size of base game maps. And yeah, so we're in September. We'll be starting in September tomorrow in tomorrow's stream. And yeah, some contracts, but hopefully maybe buying some stuff and getting some other work done. And we'll have a look at more of the map, check on some fields, although fields are expensive, so you can imagine it's going to be a while before we can buy those. But we'll see when we get ourselves into, and maybe, maybe actually put down some beehives, possibly. We'll see. But we'll see what tomorrow comes. But appreciate everyone being here for the first stream on Fresh Stocks. Maybe not the map you were expecting, but that's where we're at. And eventually we'll have some pigs here, probably not until year number 2. But appreciate everyone being here. If you're still here and you enjoyed what you saw, and if you haven't done so already, hitting that like button at the bottom of the screen helps me out more than you know. Thumbs down button is there as well. You can hit that if you like. Leave a comment as to why you hit the thumbs down button, so I can maybe make the stream better for you next time. But no one ever leaves a comment as to why they do that. And if you're new here, that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. But yeah, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for more fun here on Farming Simulator 25 on Fresh Stocks. And yeah, hopefully I will see you then. But until then, have a good one.